I helped my father build dinghies and that when I was a kid, and I built my first dinghy when I was in grade 5 at primary school, and using the old hand tools. And to do them like they used to do them many years ago, they were real true craftsmen, they really were. Basically, I restore them because I like to think that if you've got something that's 80 or 100 years old and you can bring it back to as good as new, and you know it's going to be around for another 80 or 100 years, I think that's just worth doing. This dinghy, she arrived here a couple of months ago. She was covered in fiberglass and completely rotted out. My son actually salvaged it off a hill out the back of Latrobe. It's all King Billy. We had to completely rebuild it. We had to put a new keelson and keel in it, a new stem, all the knees, all the seats, and we've done quite a bit of repair work to the planking and the ribs in the boat. She was a real mess, and you wouldn't have thought she'd ever floated again, but she's come up pretty nice now. So this is what you can do with them if they're looking pretty sad and sorry for themselves. Come around, you'll see the shape of the stem. I had to fit a new stem in, and it was completely rotted out, and the ends of the planks were rotted also, so we sort of cut it back about an inch, and then I fitted this stem in, and it goes right round to about there. So I went out the bush and found a nice little cherry wood, little she oak, the right shape, and brought him back and worked him up, and you got a nice little stem. On the front deck here, that's a piece of hewn pine off the old cooter boat, and I put this little piece of King Billy in underneath. That's my signature. So anyone who sees that in a boat kicking around anywhere, they'll know I've had something to do with it. I love talking to old boat builders and older people about what it was like. You know, I remember what it was like when I was a kid, and the old traditional cooter boats and that were around. There was something about them that was so unique, and there was lots of these dinghies around then. And you know, I was talking to a young fella the other day who said his mum and dad had got one in their garden up the back of Mole Creek. He said, I'll go and find out about it. And he come back and see me, and he said, oh, Dad burnt it. You know, now that boat was probably 80 or 100 year old, you know. And he said, no, Dad got sick of it and he burnt it one day. So it's just such a waste when you see a beautiful, you know, they built these boats with their hands, you know, with their bare hands, with old hand tools.